We should create a political party that uses an open cost, benefit, and risk analysis to select which policy to support. So this is kind of what it would look like. This page is the cost-benefit analysis, and people would propose dollar benefits or dollar cost, life benefits or life cost, happiness benefits, or whatever other category you can come up with, happiness cost. Here you can see that some awesome person has submitted 2 reasons to support this conclusion that we should create a political party that uses open cost, benefit, and risk analysis. And so they came up with a dollar benefit of approximately $2.4 billion. That's the amount that was spent in the Trump Clinton election. And this person is saying that if everyone who contributed to that election gave to this political party, that money could be used to identify the best policy instead of stupid political advertisements, attack ads and stuff like that. So basically, this is just postulating the potential benefits of having a cost-benefit analysis. A political party that you support a candidate who promises to use the cost-benefit analysis instead of just whatever they feel like doing. And so this is a potential $2.4 billion. And it's assuming that everyone who used to give to the Republican and Democrat Party would give to this party instead. You can basically see that in addition to the $2.4 billion that was spent in the Trump-Clinton election, that if assuming that everyone who used to give to the Republican and Democrat Party gave to this new cost benefit risk analysis party and supported a candidate who promised to use the cost benefit risk analysis to make his decisions, if everyone felt good about giving that $2.4 or giving to that party, they want to give either $15 or $20. And so if we made this party and people gave to it, we have a potential of giving those people something that they would rather support. Another benefit would be the country would use its trillions of dollars more wisely. That's the annual budget of the United States government, is trillions of dollars. And, I didn't type it up, but there could be happiness cost. Partisan people might want to really see their side win and the other side lose. And it might not be as fun for politics to have some guy that's going to do a cost-benefit analysis. So there might be some happiness cost. But someone else could post that. I kind of chose to focus on a logical argument can be made that some American citizens would be more happy if they could see that their country was doing things that seemed to have more benefits than cost. Yeah. And that good, reasonable arguments support the likelihood of each cost-benefit analysis. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the reasonable arguments next. Reasonable arguments on the next part. So on the previous slide, if I clicked on the first benefit, it was this, that approximately $2.4 billion could be saved. If we had a political party that used cost-benefit analysis, that's the upside. The highest potential benefit from campaign donors. Arguments that are proposed to strengthen the conclusion that this $2.4 makes sense as something that we should count on a potential cost. And so here you have an argument. If the political party was done right, 100% of the campaign donation would go into developing the technology to allow the public to contribute to an open online benefit risk cost analysis. So here someone's just making an argument that is designed to support this conclusion. And so there's two arguments that are designed to support. Here's another argument. I'm not going to read it. You can pause the video and read it if you want. But you can see that there's one reason to support the belief that we should count this $2.4 billion as a reason to support the creation of a new political party. So as you can see, these arguments support the linkage, and these arguments are trying to break the linkage between the proposal and the solution. So let's just say that if you clicked on this first argument, that it has some 3 sub-arguments that support it and 0 arguments that oppose it. So there's 3 reasons to strengthen this argument. So if you just take the total, 2 plus 3 is 5. And then you just take the ratio of the total arguments. Well, there's one that opposes it. So 5 out of the 6 arguments here strengthen this overall conclusion that that this $2.4 billion should be counted as a cost. So if 83% of the arguments are said to support the conclusion, 83% of $2.4 billion just happens to be $2 billion. So there might be reasons, though, to believe that the cost should be larger or that the cost should be smaller. And so we're going to have an argument with a percentage that people are saying that we should reduce this $2.4 billion. So if this argument was 100% and everyone thought that this argument made sense, and all of the sub-arguments made sense, that we should reduce the cost of 2.4 billion, I'm sorry, increase the cost by 2.4 billion. 2.4 plus 10% is 240 million. So that would be about 2.64. Well, and the 10% increase here is just that it seems that election costs keep going up, and maybe if you look at the trend, they go up 10% each year. So if that was an accurate statement, you would increase the cost by 10%, and your new assumed benefit would be 2.64. So in conclusion, I think that we should create a political party that uses an open cost-benefit analysis to build its platform, and then it's going to select or support candidates that promise to use the cost-benefit analysis to make their decisions. So we're going to keep the same government that we have, obviously. We're just going to support candidates that aren't going to start off by just assuming their side is right and trying to convince us to agree with them. We're going to support candidates that try to actually figure out what things make the most sense. And so there's a lot more, but this video is almost 10 minutes, so I'm going to stop for now. But I hope that you come back and see the rest of the reasons why this should work.